A rocket company is reportedly merging with an AI lab, and the combined entity is said to be valued at up to $1.25 trillion. That's before a single public share has been sold. So how did SpaceX become one of the most valuable private companies in history? And could this set the stage for one of the largest IPOs ever? In the next 11 minutes, you'll learn three things. First, how SpaceX built a business model that generates significant revenue from orbit. Second, why merging rockets with AI could be a strategic move. And third, whether this could result in one of the largest IPOs Wall Street has ever seen. The current record for the biggest IPO is held by Saudi Aramco, $25 billion in 2019. Some analysts believe SpaceX could approach or exceed that. This is Moat and Margin, and in the next 11 minutes, we'll break down how SpaceX went from near bankruptcy to a company with a valuation in the hundreds of billions. It's 2002. Elon Musk has just sold PayPal to eBay for $1.5 billion. Instead of retiring, he takes roughly $100 million of his own money and invests it in the highly capital-intensive rocketry sector. Many observers thought this was a risky move. The first 3 Falcon 9 launches all failed. The company was losing money rapidly. By 2008, SpaceX was reportedly weeks away from shutting down. Musk later said he had enough money for one more launch, just one. If it failed, SpaceX would have been forced to close. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 9 Flight 4 reached orbit. It was the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to do so. Shortly after, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract to resupply the International Space Station. This contract was pivotal for the company's survival. What set SpaceX apart from other rocket companies was not just building rockets, but building more affordable rockets. The aerospace industry had long assumed rockets were disposable. You build one, fly it once, and it burns up. SpaceX challenged this by asking, what if you could land it and fly it again? Let's talk about how SpaceX actually makes money. There are 3 main revenue streams. First, launch services. SpaceX charges around $67 million per Falcon 9 launch for commercial customers, which is significantly less than some competitors. United Launch Alliance, for example, has reportedly charged $350 million or more per mission. Second, Starlink. SpaceX has launched over 6,000 satellites into low Earth orbit, creating a global broadband internet network. Starlink reportedly generated over $6.6 billion in revenue in 2024, with that figure rising quickly. Third, government and defense contracts. SpaceX holds contracts with NASA, the Department of Defense, and the National Reconnaissance Office. In 2024, SpaceX reportedly won a classified $1.8 billion spy satellite contract. The margins on government work are substantial and often recurring. Why do customers choose SpaceX? Cost and reliability. By reusing boosters, SpaceX has reduced launch costs by around 90% compared to the Space Shuttle era. Falcon 9 has completed over 300 successful missions. No other commercial provider matches these metrics. Now let's look at the 5 key moves that built this company. Move 1. Reusable rockets. In December 2015, SpaceX landed a Falcon 9 booster for the first time. Many in the aerospace industry doubted it could be done, citing cost and complexity. SpaceX demonstrated otherwise. Each Falcon 9 booster can now fly over 20 times. Instead of discarding a $50 million piece of hardware after every flight, it is refurbished and flown again within weeks. This is a significant structural cost advantage. But reusability wasn't just about saving money on launches. It enabled the next phase of growth. Move 2. Starlink. While many see SpaceX as a rocket company, it is increasingly an internet company that owns its delivery system. Starlink now serves over 4 million subscribers across more than 100 countries. Because SpaceX launches its own satellites, the marginal cost of expanding the constellation is relatively low. Starlink is reportedly on track to generate over $10 billion in revenue by the end of 2025. Margins are estimated to be improving as the subscriber base grows. This business could justify a very high valuation on its own, and it's only one part of the company. Now for a major development, Move 3, the xAI acquisition. In early 2025, SpaceX reportedly announced plans to acquire xAI, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company, in an all-stock deal. The combined entity was said to be valued at up to $1.25 trillion. This figure is based on reports and has not been independently confirmed. Why merge a rocket company with an AI lab? Data is increasingly valuable. Starlink's satellite constellation generates vast amounts of global communications data. xAI's Grok model requires significant compute and training data. Together, they could form a vertically integrated AI plus infrastructure stack that is difficult to replicate. The deal attracted scrutiny, with some noting the potential conflict of interest as Musk controls both companies. Strategically, it could create a flywheel. Starlink provides data and distribution to xAI, while xAI could enhance satellite operations, autonomous navigation, and mission planning. Each business could increase the value of the other. Move 4. Starship and government contracts. Starship is an ambitious rocket, standing nearly 120 meters tall, designed to be fully reusable and capable of carrying 100 tons to orbit. If it works at scale, it could reduce launch costs to as little as $10 per kilogram, potentially transforming satellite deployment, lunar missions, and more. NASA has contracted SpaceX to build a Starship variant as the lunar lander for the Artemis program, with the contract valued at $2.89 billion. The Department of Defense is reportedly exploring Starship for rapid global cargo delivery, which could enable military supplies to be moved anywhere on Earth in under an hour. Move 5. Staying private as long as possible. While competitors went public, SpaceX raised capital through private rounds, reportedly over $10 billion in total. This allowed Musk to maintain control and pursue long-term strategies. However, there are limits to private funding, and SpaceX may be approaching them. Two inflection points changed SpaceX's trajectory. The first was December 2015, the first successful booster landing, which proved reusability was achievable and unlocked future cost savings. The second was the reported xAI merger in 2025, signaling SpaceX's ambition to become a vertically integrated technology conglomerate spanning rockets, satellites, internet infrastructure, and AI. The $1.25 trillion valuation reflects this ambition, though it is based on reported figures. A third inflection point could be the IPO. The current record is Saudi Aramco's $25 billion debut in 2019. Some analysts suggest SpaceX could surpass that. If even a portion of the reported valuation is realized, it would be one of the largest technology IPOs in history. Here's the playbook. Lesson 1. In a capital-intensive industry, Own the infrastructure. SpaceX builds its own rockets, enabling vertical integration and pricing power. Lesson 2. Use a cost advantage to build a second business. SpaceX used affordable launches to deploy Starlink, which now generates significant revenue. Lesson 3. If you generate unique data, build on top of it. The xAI merger suggests SpaceX views its satellite network as a data asset. Lesson 4. If public markets create short-term pressure, stay private until your competitive advantage is secure. Lesson 5. Tackle problems so challenging that few others will attempt them, creating a substantial barrier to entry. SpaceX started with $100 million and 3 failed rockets. Today, it is reportedly valued at up to $1.25 trillion. A company that launches astronauts, provides internet from space, and is moving into AI. Whether the IPO happens in 2026 or later, one thing is clear: SpaceX is no longer just a rocket company. It offers a blueprint for building a multi-sector technology leader. Subscribe to Moat and Margin for the next deep dive.